Play it good enough to fake it live.
Yeah.
That's noisy.
Yeah.
A noisy guy.
Noise.
Yeah, what the fuck am I thinking?
Face!
Whoops. Here we go! Holy!
Same parts are in 7 and 8.
Yeah. The 7 one is just the 8 one that I just won. 8 one that I just won. 8 one that I just won.
They signed this official certificate exonerating me of all donkey brains.
Like, working with Adam is a one-of-a-kind experience.
God damn it!
There's quite a few times when we're like communicating music and it's just like, do this thing, but don't do it that way, and it's fantastic. Adam is another nut slapper. He's part of the Nut Slap Club. We all just like slapping each other's nuts.
I'd like to get that last one to have like a dance.
Honestly, the guitar, the songwriting on this album blows my freaking mind. I don't understand how these things come together. I bet you a day inside his brain musically is like Jacob's Ladder. It sounds terrifying, but you hear these riffs and you're like, yeah, it sounds pretty good. And he's like, just good? He's like, yeah, it's pretty good. And then you put some drums to it, it's like, all right, this is starting to sound pretty good. And you get some bass, like, all right, this is sounding pretty good. And then he throws them fucking leads on top with the vocals, and it sounds really freaking good.
Don't get me wrong, I love that whole Russian part.
It's not a Russian part, dude!
The song A Born Epiphany, it has this Russian part at the end, and it's so cool. We wrote that literally the day before we went in the studio, and had honestly no idea what it was actually gonna sound like.
And we wrote this like real Russian part. And I was like, no, we can't call it that.
We didn't want a Russian part, you shouldn't bring the Russian part. If we had to turn it into Russian part, we're turning it into goddamn Russian part. Where's the vodka?
And I was like, this is not a Russian part.
He just gave up because we kept calling it the Russian part, and he eventually started calling it that as well.
And then he finally came around, so that was cool.
Alright, can we turn this into a Russian part?
Conscious but immobilized. Patient, responsive.
The vocals are absolutely out of this world on this thing. If you don't like them, then can you even be trusted?
Don't worry, you will be almost.
Kinda lost it there.
Yep.
Don't worry, you will be almost fine.
Vocally, this album is at a whole different level. Adam really honed in on his craft for this, and he just spent a ton of time learning new techniques. He's got this really cool one where he'll be singing and then just like pushes his esophagus up through his throat, and then it just turns into this like scream yell.
So I think all of us kind of collectively agree that the vocals were something we really wanted to make sure that we took it to the next level, so to speak. Personally, I spent a lot of time dissecting new techniques and new layers of my voice and new ways that I could kind of deliver lines to get the emotion, I guess, across a little bit better and just give it a more kind of polished feel overall. So there were a lot of times that we would have to say the same line, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12 times. So many times. I had to do shit a lot to make sure that it was perfect, but I feel like it came out as close to perfect as it ever possibly could have. Indignation will surely arise. Indignation will surely arise. Surely arise. Surely arise. Surely arise. Surely arise.
I think musically, when this all came together, the sound that we were able to achieve, both through incredible production by Scott, incredible performances by everybody in the band besides myself, and then Adam did all of the programming when it came to the orchestral and synth bits that we used. We have these epic strings at the end of Numinous that just swell around you. It really makes you feel like you're being surrounded by a wall of strings, which sounds amazing. And all it's done is fuel the passion to write even more kick-ass fucking music.
This record is an amalgamation of all the different influences and musical directions that we wanted to explore as a band. I think there's a little bit of the fingerprint of each one of us on every single song. I think everyone's going to be really excited to hear the album. We're excited to hear what you guys think of the album. It's been a long time coming, and it was a long process to make it, and a lot of things that had to fall into place to make it happen. But we're so happy that we were able to finally get it done, and we think it came out amazing, and we hope you do too.
The guitar and vocals in this are chef's kiss.
Next time you hear that song, you're gonna hear One Wing Dove.
Oh, I'm never gonna hear it differently.
Jack, here's your song.
Just like the one winged dove, sing songs that's like she's singing.